Yeah, my watch down here. They be saying people they be getting fined and they be like 50,000. I'm like, dang, all that you could have just controlled yourself.
For what?
No, I'm just saying, like, I'll get notifications. They'll be like, so and so got fined like $50,000, and I'm like, dang, all that money, and you could have just controlled yourself.
Well, they got it like that. That's like 50. That's like a $50 fine for them.
That's true, but still, it's just
Some
I'd be crying like I ain't mean it.
Some of them could care less. Like Batista, when Batista got fined, like what, that $100,000, and he was like, Jesus Christ.
He's like, whatever, I'm the animal.
I would look anything higher than probably 100 or something. I'm like, yeah, okay. You whatever I did ain't even all that deep.
They find me $25. I'm gonna be like, man, this is stupid. Like,
yeah, it definitely depends on what if I know I'm guilty. All right, maybe. Man, Devin, did you hear about my barn burner of a match that I put on yesterday?
I heard it got 5 stars on that Dave Meltzer skill.
5 stars on the Dave Meltzer.
I heard it was back and forth. Like they almost had you like in the last bit of the match, but like you had this last little comeback, and you hit him on like a DDT. And I think you put him in a sharpshooter, and then I think you rolled him up for the end because they didn't tap.
Whoa, roll up. Whoa, we don't do roll ups here. Hold on. There ain't no Wood. There ain't no King Woods here. He said roll up for the win. Hold up. Like I just don't got to finish. Up. I hit a sharpshooter DDT in with a roll up. Like dang. Devin just underestimating everything I just did. It's literally nothing I did put this man away. I just gotta hit this man with I now know how Devin think of me. I just went off roll up pins. Dang, that's disrespectful. That's kind of equivalent to like you leaving somebody open at the 3. Like somebody got the ball at the 3-point line and you just walk away. Let him shoot. He can't shoot. He ain't got no finisher.
Well, he ain't gonna finish, so he gotta roll him up. So
it's the magic getting into the ring. He ain't got no finisher. He gonna roll you up. That ain't that disrespectful. Look.
Hey, look, a dub is a dub.
You right, but look,
even if it is a bootleg dub, it's still.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, it is a dub, but look, I need a finisher. The fact that I just hit 3 finishers. None of them worked, and I had to just roll up a smoke detector for a dub. I had to roll up in a smoke. Come on now.
That last beat.
We're done with this. You hear this? But I'm glad there's silence here. I'm glad you guys can't hear nothing. And I'm glad you're watching on YouTube. I'm glad you're listening on NY110. I'm glad you're listening to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Hello all and welcome to the Heel Turn Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah Jackson Jr., Devin Lee Crimes on side of me. Devin, how you doing today?
I'm doing much better. I'm gonna say it that way.
Much better. You're gonna say it that way.
I was over here fighting an injury.
This man was on he was on the IL.
I got the head of the table durability, so I ain't gonna be out too long.
The head of the table durability.
Yeah, like you said with his match with Rey Mysterio, like he was like, he got hit with a microwave, a toaster, he got shot in the leg, and he still kicked out at 2. That's me.
He did. So, that was a good AEW performance that he put on. Yeah. So, I couldn't believe it.
I ain't gonna roll up this neck injury. I'm hitting it with like 5 spears, and I'm tapping it out. Matter of fact, it ain't even tapping out. It's just gonna be just out. Referee gonna have to stop it. And I'm like, yeah, that's right.
Nah, Devin I feel like Devin gonna have like a bear hug and like nobody reacts. It's like Devin put like it's like Devin has the biggest build up and then he just wraps somebody with a bear hug and they thought it was gonna be like a pump handle, like a something
they back just crack a little bit like, oh, that felt good, Devin. I'm like,
say no more. I'm walking straight. You got Ric Flair, woo, walking proper and like Ric Flair instantly 6'7" now, like just smoothly walking across. That's funny. I'm sorry. We got to get into Adam Scherr because this man says that Tony Khan has blackballed AEW talent from the Control Your Narrative shows. And he says that he replied to an Instagram post, and it was regarding Tony Khan's statement that the bots. Tony Khan said that there were bots making up a majority of the anti-AEW remarks on social media because these pages they're just full with retweets. You know, there's not actual posts. And so Adam Scherr made fun of it, obviously. And so he said, this is the same guy that pays the dirt sheets and says his wrestlers are free to do whatever, but get blackballed from the CYN shows. Why? Because we're a threat. Devin? What? I can already feel the disrespect from your laughter. How do you feel about Adam Scherr's comments?
I'm sorry, he just need to stop. First it was with those rules, and now this. Why they just can't put on their shows and just let it just build from there? We're competition. They scared. Ain't nobody. No, they not. I promise you, they not. And he probably just don't want his wrestlers just associated with that. And you ain't got to take it that way. Like, it's, I don't know. I just want them to just do their Control Your Narrative shows and just do it. Like, why you so worried about what WWE doing? Oh, we don't have no backflips if we don't do that here. Just do what you're gonna do. Gosh.
Man, dang. That felt with some venom.
Cause it's just when he's all like, oh, he don't want, because we're competition. You just come on now. Like, they're not barely competition. Like, they're trying to get their feet below them to go with, I guess, WWE. You think they really looking at you like, oh, shoot, Control Your Narrative. We need to step it up. Adam Scherr not gonna get us. No.
Look, and it's crazy because CM Runk on Twitter, that's the guy's name. His at is the Urban Boat, which is weird. But he said, I wouldn't want my guys hanging around wrestling's blacklist either, talking about CYN. And Adam Scherr said, blacklisted? That's why so many people want to work with us. And both of our shows have a ton of AEW talent backstage watching. We are the new option. You have been warned, Devin Lee Crimes. He didn't say that at the end, but I'm assuming if he heard your comments, that's what he would have said.
I go to my car. I'm not finished with you.
Right, exactly. And look, in the very last comment he says after his tweet, he says, there's a guy, the wrestler says, if my kid does that, I'll punish him by watching 3 hours of Raw. Adam Scherr says, Dynamite will be far worse punishment. Shots fired. Devin, Adam Scherr just losing his mind on social media. And I gotta agree with you to an extent. Adam Scherr and what they're doing right now is nothing compared to what any of what Tony Khan and Vince McMahon got doing. Like, Tony Khan can buy and sell CYN. Vince McMahon wouldn't even want to buy CYN. He would just be like, Braun, I need you back. Look, I'll give you whatever CYN is doing for you. I could just end that right now. Just come back as Braun Strowman. I'll give you a little train track music again, and we can just pretend all this never happened. Like,
he said, I'll take them clothes from Sanga, give them back to you.
Right. Exactly. You want to fly with the buzzards again? You want to be with the buzzards? You want to put them overalls again? I was like, I got Bray Wyatt on speed dial too. Like, I'll get you guys together. But it's just ridiculous, the fact that he thinks that he's doing something. What they're doing right now, they're the laughing stock of social media. And I'm not saying this to be like, oh, CYN, because I can't wrestle. But I would watch I want to be a fan of Control Your Narrative. But I don't know. How can you say AEW stars don't want to be on there? You can't have Adam Cole on there because there's no super kicks. Can't have the Young Bucks there because there's no super kicks. You know, there's no Canadian destroyers. You know, it's just crazy. Chavo Guerrero want to control his own narrative. He can't do that over there. It's just like, it's so much that there's the rules that they have restricts AEW. I think you said that when we brought up the rules.
Yeah, because I'm like, you got all these restrictions, and why nobody want to come over here? Because they
right, exactly. Nobody want to come over to my amusement park. All because I said there's no rides and no fun. You can't run. You want to come to my amusement park? Like, this is
you gonna have to stand there and do nothing.
Right, exactly. We got flavorless ice cream. Nobody want to come out here. It's just unnecessary. I don't understand where he's trying to. How are you gonna gain an audience when you're restricting your audience from fun? Like, it's like like it's not that your rules are restricting them for fun. Adam Scherr is restricting. No wrestler is gonna come over there when you're talking like this, especially to a boss, a guy that is most likely cashing. Is signing these guys checks, and you're doing all this trash talking to them. Oh, now you don't want them to come over to my company? No, because you're bad mouthing them right now. Now AEW wrestlers do have more freedom than WWE to go around and do whatever. But why would they want to do that? Because Tony, if I know if I'm Tony Khan and somebody over there weekly, one of my wrestlers over there weekly with Adam Scherr, and Adam Scherr out here dogging me like this. Oh, you could be over there. Stay over there. Marco Stunt. Like this is, and I'm not, that's my opinion. I don't think that Adam Scherr is playing his cards right. I think he's making a lot of enemies, and he's not trying to. His narrative is stupid. Let's just put it like that. His narrative needs some help. Maybe WWE should have controlled his narrative. He should have just stayed with that narrative, because whatever they was doing them good. Devin, you watch Raw, right?
Yes.
What did you think of Cody Rhodes' entrance when he came in?
I thought it was pretty over the top, but just for a Monday Night Raw, I thought it was a little too extra. Like they said, they went through the whole pyro budget.
The whole pyro budget.
I'll see things and be like, why didn't you have no pyro right there? And I'm like, I see why now, because it all went to Cody Rhodes. But yeah, I mean, it was a little too much, because I was just sitting there like, dang, how many did he win something? Like.
Yeah, it's kind of like Patrick Beverly. Yeah, he walked out there like Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, I'm like,
I thought he was gonna start crying. Like, oh my god, I just can't. I'm just here on Raw. It's 3 hours. I don't know. I can't believe this, man. Like, I wish Roman was here to see this. Like, I just thought the whole thing was like over the top. The fireworks was when he got on I understood the entrance, the big pop, and he's just, instantly just appears. I was like, that's pretty cool. There's a bunch of fog, smoke. I'm like, okay, Goldberg, like it's just a bunch of misty foolishness. And then the fireworks hit, and I'm like, okay, this is Cody Rhodes. This is nice. He hits the apron, he gets on the top rope, the fireworks hit again. I'm like, bro,
yeah, see, it was that second set. That's where I'm like, well, what was this for? I'm thinking somebody just back there, it's you. Oh, oops! Like, I'm thinking the pyro man accidentally hit it.
Right, Charlotte in the back, like, fire that dude. It's my show.
My show.
Yeah, that's over the top. It was definitely over the top. And Miz played it right. Miz played his cards perfect. He said everything that we were thinking, especially when Cody Rhodes talked, and that's what we're gonna get into. That's the main thing we're gonna get into. Cody Rhodes in his promo brought up being I'm gonna get to it. I got you. No, bro. Cody Rhodes said that he wants to win the WWE belt, and the Miz is like, he's like, it's a championship. A belt holds up your pants. Like, relax yourself. And then he says, I'm gonna be the greatest wrestler, and he's like, superstar. Like, you're stupid. Go back to wherever place you went to. Like, and I could just see Vince just like, I thought Vince was finna do a Royal Rumble 2005. So, like, he just get this man a microphone out of his face.
Say one more thing that's wrong, you're out of here.
We're gonna put you on a 3-on-1 handicap match.
How you like that?
He just starts crying. Like, he's just like, Cody Rhodes is just getting corrected. He's saying using banned WWE terms, and rumor has it, word on the grapevine, ain't that the word? Ain't that how you say it? Yeah. That this is a part of his character. This is scripted. This wasn't, intentional. Number one, what did you have been cracking up this whole time? I need to hear what's on your mind. Tell me what you gotta say.
No, it was just because like I had read like previously like months ago about like all those words Vince has banned like belts and wrestlers and wrestling. So when he came in and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna win that belt," and I'm like, "They don't say that. It's the championship." Then I hear Miz say it. I'm like, "Okay." And then he was, "I'm gonna be the best wrestler." He's like, "We're superstars." And I'm like, "Oh, this is like Vince McMahon all over it." Like
you know what's
Oh, sorry.
No, it's just you remember I went on a tangent, and it was one of them tangents where I felt like we kept going back and forth because I'm like, Devin, you're not understanding like how big this is. Like we was talking about Vince McMahon's impact on wrestling, and like how that was this is one of the biggest impacts of wrestling he has. Like one guy comes from another company which does the traditional stuff, has the traditional, outside of the wrestling, has the traditional style wrestling format. You go to WWE, totally different. It's like a whole nother world. It was like, where'd you come from? Even you looked at him like, belt? What? I got a belt in my room. I got a belt in my room. Like, like I ain't got no championship. I got a belt. Like it's just like, yeah, Vince McMahon's impact on it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, it's fine. That's perfect because it's like WWE like sucks you into their universe, no pun intended, and it's just like you realize some things they just don't say or something they don't put it that way. Like nobody says, "I'm coming for that belt." I'm the best wrestler. Then you go look at other promotions and they like to put that now emphasis on, "I'm the best wrestler. I came here to wrestle. I love pro wrestling." Like they just been dying to say it. And, it's just when somebody like Cody comes from over there to WWE, now it's just like knowing that that's also the way they're trying to portray it as well, as like there's such a bubble of what they do. We don't do that over here. Like we use these terms, we don't use that. You don't even go here,
Right? Yeah. Where have you been like this whole time? And I think that is one of the biggest things we just fail to like see or notice. Like we understand Vince has his own like format and style. Like Vince changed the game for real, and a lot of people hate it. But like, I think a lot of people hate it for now. And I'm saying when like 30 years, 50 years, when Vince McMahon, eventually goes into the other world, into the museums and all that other stuff. Like we see that this is going to be the most underrated thing. Vince is these are still going to live on, but it's because of him. And we're here to witness all of this. We've seen all this play out like a lifelong. It's just incredible. It's just ridiculous. And so, and you got to have talent. The talent you got to have to like transition. Because like a lot of people don't realize that, and this is just TV in general. And going back to Cody Rhodes and The Miz, you go from the independents, where you're going to, and Cody Rhodes wrestled in Ring of Honor and all that, where they don't have hard cameras, or they only have the hard camera, and there's not multiple cameras. Usually you're just fighting freestyle. You go into WWE, all right, there's a camera right here, there's 3 cameras right here, but you got to make these facial expressions, you got to communicate with this guy, but you can't have nobody else see it. Like, it's like, what? Oh, and by the way, you're not a wrestler, you're a superstar. What do you wait, bro? Give me one, relax. Dang, can I go back to AEW? Dang. At least I was getting whacked inside the head with chairs. Like, at least that was the easy part. But yeah, just the way Vince McMahon changed the game and how Cody Rhodes, and this is a part of his character. How do you feel about Cody Rhodes being this, what's the word, omnipotent of like this obscure character?
In terms of WWE's like trying to make that narrative of like how they don't work the same way as other promotions does, I think that's what they're doing. They're just trying to use Cody as like that prime example of like, this is somebody who hasn't been here. This is somebody who's not, how can I say it, not used to, hasn't been really ran through into our formula lately. Like, when he was last year, he's gone off to do other stuff, and we don't do stuff that he did out there. Like, they're using him as an example of like, this is how we do things. and it's totally not like how you would do over there in terms of terms and stuff like that. I'll say it's a small thing, but it's huge in terms of how they internally look at themselves as a company, as a promotion. Like they're not, they always say like he doesn't want pro wrestling company, he wants a sports entertainment company. So like it's so many ins and outs into that.
You're right. It's gonna continue to like this is gonna live on for a long while. It has for a long while already, over 20 plus years, 30 plus years. So this is just, it's not even to be. It's just crazy how there's other promotions coming up. We want the traditional old style, but Vince McMahon's a, billionaire. That's never gonna change. So it's just, I think that's wild, beyond wild. Devin, man, it was something you said earlier that I was like, we're gonna talk about this later on. It was something that you had brought up, but you know what? Let's get into another name change. WWE has another name change. Austin Theory is no longer Austin Theory. That man's name is Theory. He's taking the Devin route. He said, my name, Devin. he said, nah, my name ain't Austin Theory. I just want to be Theory.
One word.
Devin, you liking this name change?
Not at all, really. I don't know if Stone Cold came back and said, hey, you can't have my last name. You have to keep it this Theory, man. But it's weird. I mean, but then again, I guess it's not because it's such a common thing in WWE to just simplify somebody's name. Matt Riddle to just Riddle. Even going as far back with Big E Langston. Now he was just Big E, and Antonio Cesaro was just Cesaro. Like it's I'm pretty used to it now, unfortunately, but it's just weird, like how they just you get to know somebody's whole full name, and then now it's just like it's no longer Austin Theory, it's just Theory. And like Theory's not even like a name that is a name, it's a theory. It's not a person really, but hey,
yeah,
that's WWE for you.
Yeah, no.
The announcers got tired of saying full names.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole theory aspect of the whole thing. It's just like it's not gonna affect his wrestling. That's always the thing, but look at Butch, man. Look, let's go. Yes. We seen Butch wrestle his first match. Devin, what was your thoughts? Because you said ain't nothing gonna change. I'm gonna be entertained.
Well, look, his wrestling style, it was still pretty much the same. You just had to get past, what he was wearing. Like now he wearing suspenders and he looked like he just came from outside. It's no longer a wrestling look. It's a sports entertainment look, I guess. But the actual his style was still there. Like he's still pulling people's fingers back and stepping on their, toes and stuff. All that. It was just a different gimmick now. Like, but the wrestling was still the same. Would you say the same thing about Gunther?
Yeah, Gunther's still giving out chops, but he losing. Now the difference is he can take a loss on TV.
Well, he won his little squash match on SmackDown. It's not the best start, but it's a decent start. It could have been worse. They could have fed him to like Drew McIntyre or something.
But that's after he had to come out with his friend Ludwig. Last name. I don't even know his last name.
I don't know.
But he had to get his name changed.
Music change, all that stuff.
Tommaso Ciampa kept his name. But apparently it looks like he's stuck with Ezekiel.
His name is Tommaso Ciampa for now.
Yeah, so his name just either Tommaso.
No, it may be something even worse. Yeah, it may be something worse. From Pete Dunne, we got Butch.
And he got heated. This man lost. And we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this too. Because I remember what I was gonna ask you. But look, Butch lost to the Backwoods.
He got rolled up.
He got
rolled up.
He got rolled up. Xavier Woods announced he has a new finishing move. He want to be like me now. He said, according to Devin, I'm just a roll-up guy. That's all I do. That's how I win. I'm just a roll-up pin guy. I don't got no finishing move. But Xavier Woods announced his finishing move is the backwoods. The backwoods is just a roll-up pin. And so he says, this year, everybody getting rolled up. Devin, how you feel about that?
Hey, I mean, it worked though. Like his name is Xavier Woods, so like Woods is in his name, and I mean, not that many people out there running around going, "I got the best roll up, bro." You ain't gonna ever get rolled up like I'm gonna roll you up, like you. Okay, it's kind of funny the way I explain it, but you know, I mean, that's an interesting move to kind of make your own though. Like nobody, it's a simple move, and if you could say you do it better than everybody and you prove it, then the backwoods are yours, and thus you start roll up everybody.
So
everybody must get roll up.
So
I can't do it.
So look, so you mean to tell me that everybody that's doing this, a roll up pin, a regular roll up pin,
it's not. They're
not doing it the way Xavier do it.
So going backwards.
Xavier, the most athletic man. Oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna ask you. Let me ask you this question, and you gonna give me an answer that's gonna make me look at you like you're the craziest human being on this planet. Devin, is Xavier Woods winning the WWE Championship off the backwoods?
If you soften them up enough.
Oh my! Stop it! Xavier Woods is not. If he is finisher is the backwoods. It's not even. I get it. It can pop a crowd. It can. You're not winning that off Roman.
Okay, look.
He rolling up Brock Lesnar. Everybody getting rolled up.
Look, maybe. Well, see, all right, look, he didn't say in terms of like who everybody. He didn't say, he could have been saying everybody in the IC title division getting rolled up. Everybody in the tag team division getting rolled up. He never said specifically who was all getting rolled up. He said everybody. He could be saying everybody on SmackDown getting rolled up. That don't mean
cool. You know what? That's cool. Then be fine with your 85 overall rating, my guy. You can be fine with that 85 overall.
With that roll up 99.
That roll up, your leverage pin is a 99. Congratulations.
That's the only thing you be working on in the gym.
You need somebody with freaking steroid thumbs to break out of that pin. But here's the thing: you're not winning the Universal Championship with a roll up pin. You're not beating Brock Lesnar with a roll up pin. The New Day, Kofi and Big E already lost to Brock Lesnar. They won the WWE Championship. Xavier not doing that. Now we know. I don't mean to be that guy, but that guy has to be. He got to be here.
And I got to be that guy to tell you it can work. You just got to do it right.
If Roman lost to a roll-up pin at WrestleMania.
But that's his finisher, though. Like, it's different. He put more emphasis on it. It's no roll-up the same. I mean, look. As much as I love Roman, he got that Superman punch. It's just a punch at the end of the day, isn't it? But it's the way Roman do it. It's not just a punch.
Orange Cassidy do it.
It's this. Look, it's still not the same. It's still not the same. What I'm saying is, anybody do a roll up, they just not gonna do it the way Xavier do. That's what I'm saying. You could go, man, I got roll-ups too, but you be like, look, bro, I be in the gym. Literally, I start off with my roll-ups. I roll up everybody. I'm rolling up cruiserweights. I'm rolling up light heavyweights. I'm rolling up giants. I roll up Rey Mysterio and roll up Great Khali because I do this. I practice. That's my finisher right there.
If Xavier Woods roll up Omos.
And that'd be kind of funny to see, though. But
I'd have to give it up. I'd have to hang up this microphone. I gotta call it quits.
Look, I'm actually not interested to see how he works this out because I'm hyping it up so much, and I need to do something. I expect the IC belt around that man's waist sometime this year, due to a backwoods.
See, he doing all this talking on Twitter. I'll beat Roman. Hey, everybody getting the title shot and everybody coming up into Roman, but I ain't get my shot yet. But all he got is the backwoods. We putting limitations on this man for the IC title, for King of the Ring. His homies at the top already. Xavier Woods. You see, you got people coming onto our show, Cam Cousins, saying Xavier Woods a future WWE champion. This ain't happening. Every year, it looks like every time he takes a step forward, he takes 2 steps back. I'm not saying the backwoods is the worst thing ever, but when you eliminate all your finishing moves and that's the go-to, I can see if that's like, you're like, that's the signature. That's my, hey, if I got it, that's my scapegoat. Everybody can roll it up. If I'm gonna be that sneaky. You know, if my springboard DDT don't do it, this backwoods gonna do it. And if it's just this backwoods and everybody getting rolled up, yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
If he can make it into his own, we'll see. Everybody got a super kick, but everybody don't do it the same way.
Devin, you come on here with your optimism, and every time we watch wrestling, we have a conversation about this optimism.
But I mean, it's tough. I never said this optimism job was easy.
Let me do a quick plug real fast, because while we're on YouTube, while we're on Wow 110, while we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, we got a text line, a heel turn text line, 219-230-HEEL. 219-230-HEEL. Text in your opinions. Text in. We talked about Cody Rhodes, The Miz. We're talking about freaking, we're going to talk about the RKO. What is the RKO stand for? You know, we talked about Austin Theory and the name change. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear your opinions. So text in whenever it's open 24/7. Devin, what does the RKO stand for?
I'm going to go on an educated stance here and say that it stands for Randy Knockout.
You looked that up. Up.
I promise you I did.
I swear you looked that up.
I know. Look. I did not. That's just that WWE knowledge that's in this brain, man. That's why my name is up now.
You watched the Evil documentary?
I did.
I got him, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, I was multitasking though. I was trying to clean, do some laundry, so I didn't really give it my 100% attention. So I didn't really retain full knowledge. A little bit of things that had slid in my ear and then slid into my knowledge banks, but I wasn't sure what was coming in. Like I didn't really get a security checkup, for like what was coming in. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I know that. It was just kind of just flowing in one ear, one out. So educate.
You heard that explanation, ladies. You heard that explanation. That's how guilty. That was the guiltiest explanation I have ever heard. But look, Devin, now that I caught you, me personally, I thought RKO stood for his initials. I thought it was just Randall Keith Orton. I was watching the Evil documentary. And that's what he said, Randy Knockout. I was like, Randy Knockout? That can't be. I was like, that's impossible. I've never heard anybody say Randy Knockout before until that man said it. Have you?
Yeah. I thought it was some blasphemy. It was, I'll put it this way. It was somebody who I didn't trust information from. It was a friend from school. It was like, RKO stand for Randy Knockout. I'm like, man, that's stupid. Get out my face. I'd rather just be for his initials. Or it could just not mean anything at all. It's just RKO. It's very simple.
Randy. It was Peter Rosenberg. He said Randy Knockout. And he said it so positive. And I was like, that can't be right. I could have sworn it just stood for his Randall Keith Orton, the initials.
I thought that too.
He also said, as far as just technician, Randy Orton's the guy. I don't want to reach when I blow my mind when I say this. Is he calling Randy Orton a technical wrestler?
He could. But are you saying is the
he said Peter Rosenberg said, as far as technician, Randy Orton is that guy. In your eyes, is he calling that man a technical wrestler? Do you think Randy Orton is a technical wrestler, Devin?
I want to say, I don't want to say he's technical, but I want to say he's very strategic, but I wouldn't necessarily term him as a technical wrestler because he's not really like somebody who had, you don't really see that many. He has some holds and everything he can lay you, put you on, but he's not really a mat technician to me. He's more or less just, he know how to pick you apart, but I wouldn't necessarily call him technical for that. That's why I just say like he's just very like strategic in how he'll attack you. Like, he's the guy who will walk, and stump each body part. He'll stump your calf or your knee or your elbow. He knows how to just pick you apart, but I just can't necessarily group him into a group of technical wrestlers, though. I just don't really see that in him.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When he said that, I turned the whole TV off. I turned everything off. I was like, I'm done. Randy Orton, it don't take much. I got to talk about this. I think I already said this, but the Evil documentary, all of them, hot dog water, just hot dog water, just throw it all away.
I had high expectations to the documentary because I love, heels. I love bad guys because they have more layers to them. And I was expecting to see that huge, like, why did I become a bad guy? What was the benefits to it? Like, how did I get into that? How did I learn how to get that crowd to just hate me? That's what I was looking for. But I really just got like a lot of retelling of just their career. And I'm like, well, how you become a bad guy? I came here for the bad guy stuff. Michael Jackson, I'm bad.
It made zero to no sense why there's number one. Okay, number one, before like Randy Orton being a technical wrestler, I had to backtrack real fast. I had to do a circle. I have to come around full circle because Randy Orton being a technical wrestler makes zero to no sense. A technical wrestler falls into the lines of Bryan Danielson, Bret Hart. Let me think. I'm not gonna put in Jon Moxley is not a technical wrestler, but Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Charlotte Flair. You can even give it to Becky Lynch. Kurt Angle. I'm forgetting the best technical wrestler of all time, Kurt Angle.
Disrespect.
Eddie, you can even throw Eddie. When Eddie Guerrero was going against Kurt Angle, he had to switch into a technical. You seen in the beginning of the match, everybody when they fought Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, they started off technical. It was just nothing but mat work. When I have never seen Randy Orton just like, all right, let's get down and wrestle. Like, let's just. I seen him put somebody in a chokehold for 25 minutes and still have them, not die. It's like, so it's Randy Orton.
Because you can see it in some people, like from the start of the match, like they'll like fill you out, like, what you want me to get you? What you want me? I don't see that from him really.
Right, exactly. Dolph Ziggler's a wrestler, a great wrestler. He's not a technical wrestler because, to be honest, what submission move does he have? He doesn't have there's no submission move whatsoever. Eddie Guerrero, lasso from El Paso. His submission move that he had, it was kind of like a weird sharpshooter.
Yeah, it was.
So it's like, just stuff like that. How I've never seen Randy Orton just, I need to make this dude tap out right now. Like, no, Randy has never been that guy. You cannot be a technical wrestler if you're that irked me. That made me turn off everything, to be honest with you. And this is why I have a problem with this documentary. I want somebody with experience there. I was watching the Ric Flair one. There was nobody. Everybody that was there was probably close around my age that was being interviewed, talking about what they saw on TV and what they thought Ric Flair was. How come I can't hear from somebody that was around there? Right. I want to hear some type of experience. Somebody who was actually working with Ric Flair. I want to hear from Ricky Steamboat. I want to hear from, the guys around there, Lex Luger. Y'all got some of the Hall of Famers in there that worked around them, Triple H, Batista and them. How do you not have, you got this Randy Orton documentary, and no offense, she's great at what she does. I have zero problem with her. Why is Denise Salcedo? Why do I care about what she has to say about Randy Orton? What is she gonna tell me about Randy Orton, about her, from a fan perspective that we can't get from each other? Why can't we hear from Ric Flair that was there? John Cena, who's narrating the thing? Like, come on now. Does it zero to no sense?
No, I feel you 100%. Like, you want that like hands-on type of like giving knowledge. Like first base now, like somebody who was there that saw like, well, this didn't work, so they tried this, or I told him that, and he started doing, instead of like just like what we already know, like we knew that, like we from the same age group, of course, like unless you were back there, unless you was the one behind the curtain when he went out, and I mean, I could look up what you just said.
What are they gonna tell us that we didn't already know? Like, this is why we watch, and it's sad to say, but Dark Side of the Ring. Like, A&E had their biography special. That was cool. That's when we actually found out Sharmell was from Gary, Indiana. The insider stuff we get to hear from that. I'm not learning nothing from Ric Flair. He's talking about these designer shoes and every girl wanted him and this, that, and the other. Well, yes, we all can see that. But I want to hear what happened in the ring. What's some of the crazy stuff that went on? Not the plane ride, but I want to hear some of the other stuff that's been going on. It's just foolish. I've only watched 2 episodes of the Evil documentary, and that was it.
I've only seen maybe 2.
That was
Roman Reigns and Randy Orton. And yeah, they weren't really what I was thinking.
I ain't like it. I was watching Ric Flair stop halfway because nobody was telling me nothing. No, I wasn't learning anything. And maybe that's the nerd in me. I mean, maybe that's just me wanting to learn some wrestling knowledge.
No, it makes perfect. I feel the same way. Like I said, I wanted a more deep light into like what made you make these different decisions with your character. Like what made you trust that would work. Things that you did, not things that I've seen you do from somebody else's perspective. What did you do? What did somebody else tell you? Did they believe in what you were doing? Did you?
Exactly.
I don't need recaps.
Exactly. I don't need recaps. Why are you? It's unnecessary. You're watching the Dwayne Johnson documentary, and you're hearing from, podcasters, TV hosts. The Rock, he always had that eyebrow. He has that tattoo on his arm, and then it grew into an arm sleeve. Like, yeah, we all know that. It's like, where's Stone Cold at? Tell me about something backstage. Like, it's just stupid. It's stupid. Drives me crazy. Devin, what else? It's gonna drive me crazy. This dream match that I got. Look, I already brought up the man, so there's no reason to like leave him off the hook. You gotta throw Randy Orton out there. Let me get my seat ready. Let me prepare myself. Let me
stretch real quick.
Stretch. You finna start yelling?
Oh no. Everything's gonna be nice and controlled here. Just just gotta be ready for anything. That's what it's true.
I don't know. I heard you be screaming at people.
Hey, rumors and accusations.
Rumors and accusations, he says. Rumors and accusations. Well, let's see how Randy Orton fares with Farouk. Doom. Now, the only reason why I bring up Farouk, JBL, and Randy Orton has actually touched together. They've actually had a match way early in Randy Orton's career. It's only right I bring up Farouk, Hall of Famer. He, the first Black African-American world champion. I had to throw him in there because, look, it's a dream match because this man, known for being great in the ring, but as soon as he got mixed in the tag team division, that's where he would stay. And when he stayed there, he got older, and then he got released from the WWE. Devin, this man is driving driving, making a comeback, and this comeback involves him taking on Randy Orton. It's Farouk coming away with this win, Devin.
Farouk, man, you know, he actually is gonna come away and win in this one against Randy Orton. I gotta say, man, when I have to stack them together, Farouk, man, you can say what you want in terms of the accolades, but what I see is that a match between these two. I mean, Randy Orton, I mean, hey, he's a legend killer. He's impressive. But in a match with these two, I don't think he's ready for the power and just the mass size of Farouk. I'm sorry. Like we said, Randy Orton, he's not really a technical wrestler. Like, he can be strategic, yes, but like, is he gonna get anybody on the ground? Is he gonna be able to maneuver somebody around, manipulate what he wants with them? No. So he can do all the flip outs and stuff he want to do. He may try RKO. Farouk could just throw him right off his shoulder. Like, Farouk was that, he had that size, he had that strength. He didn't play. He might punch you in your face. Like, quit playing. Leader of the Nation of Domination. Like, he was that guy. And like I said, somebody could go, oh, Randy, he's a multi-distance champion. Hey, if Farouk may have been in them positions, we could be having a whole nother discussion here in terms of accolades. But in the dream match between those two, I gotta pick Farouk in that one, because I can't see Randy taking him off in a one-on-one match. No matter how strategic he wants to go about it, you can't beat the power.
Look, you don't see it, I see it. Randy Orton is coming away with this victory, because look, Randy is the legend killer for a reason. Look, he came through. He's out here RKOing Mae Young, the Fabulous Moolah. This man didn't play games. He RKO'd his father.
Hey,
this man could care less about his own father, and he out here RKOing this man. Like we always say, he took out the whole family, the McMahon family, and then went after Triple H. So it's just like, I don't know, Randy Orton is cold. I'll give Farouk his dues. I'll give Farouk his props, because dude is huge. If you see a Farouk match, it's stiff. That man be throwing every like clothesline, every hit he does just look like it hurt. And it's just like, why are you here? And JBL, and then him and JBL pretty much just met up, and they were just on the same time. And you like beating people up, bro? You like hurting people? I love hurting people, bro. Then they have that bar fight. Exactly. But the crazy thing is, Randy Orton don't do bar fights. Randy Orton is a good wrestler, not a great wrestler. I'm not going to go that far. He's a good wrestler, a strategic wrestler. That's what he's great at, being strategic. All it takes is a rope rebound. You're up in the air for RKO. Like it is. Randy Orton is quick with it. Or either if you're Randy Orton is so smooth, he's deadly whether you're in the air or whether you're just on the ground. Look, you're on the ground, he's gonna stomp you, he's gonna stomp every limb. You try to roll up and get up, he's gonna punk kick you in the head. You finally on your feet, RKO. End of story. Come on now. Randy Orton for the win. Let me just end it right there.
You get in the ring, he gonna push you back out the ring.
Right, exactly.
Like that.
Randy Orton's the Old Spice guy. Look up, look down. Now look back at me. You just got RKO. The match is over. I'm holding the belt. Like you're just like Randy Orton is quick with it.
He telling you the whole match as a recap after what he did to you.
Yeah, exactly. He's also I'm also a commentator. I'm saying, like, look, Devin, we got 7 minutes left. Is there anything you want to say before we close this show out?
I do. Ladies and gentlemen, since I was placed on a time limit like it's AEW, it's all good though. As I will say, if you all have been hearing a whistling, it is because the wind in the Midwest is very strong out here. But it's all good because it ain't stopping nobody. I told you when I came in here, I had something going on with my neck. Did I let that stop me? No, because I'm still here. Ain't nothing gonna take me away from the heel turn community at all, because we are the young, upcoming greatest wrestling podcast around, from the Midwest to the West Coast to the East Coast to the North to the South, all over. And we only getting started. Like he said, you can find us everywhere 24/7. So if you don't find us, then that's on you. I'm going to leave it to my co-host because I'm on a time limit like it's AEW Dynamite or Rampage Dark Elevation. It don't matter. It's been me, Devin Crimes Jr., handing it back over to another junior, and his name is Isaiah Jackson. And did I forget to say junior?
Look, the fact that you said we everywhere 24/7 and then you can't find us, that's on you. We just lost like a bunch of people. Well, if we can't find you, that's it. That's on me then. Like that's just on me. Oops. Just imagine they don't got Wi-Fi, like their Wi-Fi just stopped working. Just can't get to y'all. Y'all ain't available 24/7.
We gonna come to them. We just gotta know where to come find you.
Look, thank you for listening. We are on social media, and Jasmine will tell you all about that. 219-230-HEAL. That is the text line. Text it, and you will be on the episode. It'll be just like this. Well, just like this. Exactly. Have our phones. Me and Devin will have our phones out together, reading your text. You'll have your own very nickname. Yeah, this is my face on it. You're laughing at it. For those that don't see on the radio station, my iPhone case is a picture of me. I got it for Christmas. I'm not a conceited human being.
I mean, it's nice. It's just a little conceited.
Yeah. It's a little conceited. I be doing right by my family members. When they give me Christmas gifts, I use them. Ain't nothing wrong. When I'm conceited. No, I'm conceited. You close out this show. No, it's like you.
It's all conceited. You close it out.
No, but look, thank you so much for listening. 219-230-HEAL. I'm gonna keep plugging it in until we get your text. Thank you so much for listening.